Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode with me, Baelfire, and today we're back in Factorio, as you can clearly see, and this episode might be coming out a little bit later than I intended. I apologize about that, but my schedule shifted and I'm a little bit more busy than normal, so I'm going to try to upload as frequently as I normally do. It might work, it might not, we'll see. But as of right now, well, I'm here to fix a problem I just noticed, which it looks like I just fixed. Or I didn't need to come here to fix it at all. That's also another option. But anyway, this is essentially stone smelter. Simple, relatively self-explanatory. Yes, I know it is very big, and yes, it is. 3 lanes of it have to go over here to make stone wall. For 15 military science packs a second. Yes, you heard that right. 3 red belts. That is 60 science a second, if I'm not mistaken. And I'll just do this to both drain and build my stockpile. Because I am hoping I do not need that much red science. Not red, military. But the military expansion I'll continue with I want to continue with it in between episodes, but really what I need to do is tap oil again. Unfortunately, that means I have to go outside of my current defensive wall. I haven't done that yet. So I am very concerned, to say the least. And while that works, since that's going to take a little while, and yeah, since both of these need it, that should work fine. Alright, so now the fun bit. I already know where I'm going to be splitting off from, right here. So let me go ahead and just simply grab my 4-way. Then this is the part I'm going to have fun, in air quotes, with. Main reason I say that, I don't have a tank that is currently set up for combat. In other words, I need to set up a tank for combat. Because right now, yeah, my basic tank, wherever I parked it, that's my buggy, yeah. Right now, this is definitely a very good building tank. But other than that, it's not great at the whole combat thing. So, my goal, just make a tank that can, first of all, has a shield generator so it can regenerate itself. That's number 1, because that just makes sense. Number 2, is make a tank that can defend itself with relative ease. And to make that a little bit easier, I'll automate the production of laser turrets. So by the looks of it, I never meant for it to go that low. Got it. So I have out, in, I'm going to be making a couple of these, so it should all relatively even itself out. So this will make laser turrets. This will make batteries. This one, I already have the portable reactors being built. Will make the actual personal laser defense turrets. And then one more. For personal shield generators. And I do not need that many of each of these. I'll say a stack at max. Even though, yes, I'm pretty sure that is way too many. And yeah, I can use signals to limit it even further, but I'm going to be honest, I don't want to. And while my entire system boots up, for lack of a better term, I'll go ahead and start making another tank. Which means I need steel plate, iron gear wheel, I only need 50 steel. There we go. Then 15 iron gear wheels. There's those. Then I know advanced circuits. And did that say 32 engine units? $34 is close enough. Then advanced circuits. And there we go. Next tank has been built. So, right off the bat, you will be getting nuclear fuel. You'll want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You want 7 of them. Then, you'll want an entire row of ammo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's defense 1,000. Where is it? 1,000 rounds. 1,000 rounds. Those two. What else would I want? Well, that's it for now while I wait for the equipment to be built. But I can go ahead and plan out, I think. So, I know I want a reactor. I'll say that. 2 more batteries just for the charge itself and to have them. And that, I am hoping, is enough. Or is at least good enough for now. And the reason I'm moving up here to take this oil field is to have a higher source of oil so I can make more chemical science. because I want to be able to make more plastic. And yes, I'm fully aware my current limit on advanced circuits is circuits. And also the amount of really, it's the amount of assemblers I have. That's my current limit. And let me just go ahead and do all this. Okay, that's irritating. Okay. So how am I going to fix that? By doing something weird temporarily. Blech. Let me go ahead and deconstruct some of those trees just so I can see what I'm doing. And I can just build my construction tank, or move my construction tank over here, and it'll be perfectly fine. Ooh, that reminds me. Oh wait, I do want a personal Roboport. Yeah, I'll only take one. So that means I want you to add... Nope, not add. There. I want you to have... that would be over here. Construction bots. Only 10. There we go. That, then I will... That's all of the just internal essentials I want. Now, time for the fun bit. All of the defensive essentials I need. So that means walls. I'll keep 2,000 of them. Gates, I actually need to start automating. I'll keep 100 of them. I'll start automating those here in a second. I'll keep 50 radars. I'll say 100 gun turrets. And then, yeah, 50 flamethrowers sounds about right. Then I also need, I'll say 1,000 belts. About 75 inserters should be good. Then I will need underground belts as well. I should only need 50 of those though. Then, before I forget, you need to start making gates. And there we go. Thankfully, that's simple enough. And hey, it's getting everything it needs so far. Now the fun bit will be actually setting up the outpost. Oh, that reminds me, I need to do a little bit of a test. Do biters ignore power poles? That's within building range. I'm pretty sure. Yep. A body is going to go place it. Because if biters do ignore power poles, then that answers one question I'll have. So they do ignore power poles. Okay. So there's one question I have answered. Next question. Do they ignore rail? Because if they ignore both of these, then I will be in the clear. Completely. And I won't have to worry about actually building this railway. And the answer appears to be yes again. Alright, that makes things real easy for me. So then I'm also going to want to grab, I'll say maybe 200 about big power poles, big electric poles. Just to be safe and have everything I need. And yes, this is probably a little bit excessive. I understand that. I'd rather be safe than sorry and have everything I need. Okay, and do I not have personal... I don't have personal roboports automated yet. Huh. Well, yeah, that makes sense. You will be making personal roboports. There we go. And this one can just be limited to there like everything else. And can I cannot set your color. Well, if I hop in you, I cannot set your color. Man, that's annoying. Oh well. Alright. Ooh, I also need to limit these. I'll limit to about 3. Alright. So I will run the power poles once I'm done running everything else. At least that's my thought process. And you have everything. Okay. Time to head out. Oh my lord, I need to switch to nuclear fuel in my building tank? Dear lord, this is nice. Oh, wait. Roboports. And also bulk inserters. And what does one of these little passive provider, all the circuit stuff I have on me, but it does need passive provider chests. So I will do passive provider chests as well. It's going to be nice being able to actually outrun all of the enemies. Only downside, since I'm not the most careful, I'm going to run into a lot of stuff. All right. All right, there we go. And now it's time for me to go. Even though I don't have 2,000 walls on me. That should be fine. Dear Lord, I am so much faster than I was before. You're still missing your... You're still missing your roboport. Helps if I check before I go, oh yeah, hey, it's time to go. When it's, in fact, not time to go. So I will temporarily steal one of your roboports. Unless I have a couple spare in here. I have no spare in there. So as I was saying, I'm stealing... Yep, exactly. Boop. To here. Yep. There. There. For when I get one built. Now time to turn around and head off. I'm hoping this works well for me. And with all the local coal veins, most of the ones inside the base, my plan's just to tap them like normal. Or, not like normal because my normal is using trains. Tap them using drills and conveyor belts. Nothing too special. And nothing too fancy. Let me guess. The one thing I forgot was rail. Yes, I carry it plenty on my character. But I forgot rail in the tank. So, you're going to request... I'll say about 1,000 rails should be fine. Do I think it's going to be enough? Absolutely not. Am I hopeful? Yeah, but I'm not naive either. That's not a short distance. And you're out of rail, so that must mean that... Yep, the supply hub train has left. Never mind, it's here. The speed at which this train moves is insane. But I'm very happy about it. Alright. So that is about... That's enough track for now. But if I were to just take a wild guess... I'll say load and unload's going to be like right here. Well, no, load would probably be about here. That's 200 pieces of track. Then I will do the rest when I get up there. And yes, I'm aware, I'm going through multiple biter nests. You do not need to tell me. But the idea is that I'm going to remove the biter nests as I go. Not, oh yeah, hey, let me take out everything in the general area and then continue on. That's not my plan. My plan is to get rid of only the ones that are necessary. Okay, I did not even mean to get that achievement, but it works. How dare you attack that track? Oh dear. I do not think I packed enough ammo for this. Yeah, I'll get more laser shooting speed. I, in fact, can get the next tier of it. And the next tier. And the next tier. Oh, this is the... There we go. That is researching quickly, which is very nice. Meaning, I should get an upgrade about... probably right after I'm done with this nest. I want to make sure my bots don't get attacked. Alright, and there we go. First research, or first laser speed is done. I got stuck. No! Do I still have... I still have all 10 of my bots. Nice. Okay, that's always good news. There we go. I somehow survived that. I have no idea. What was... No, one of my bots! Wait, what? Huh? Oh, I'm missing 2 of my bots. That explains it. Oh, wait, that means I'm... Oh, no, I'm only missing 1 now. Okay. If I can, I want to leave that nest alone just due to its size. This one's a little smaller, meaning I can probably take it no problem. Same... that one's on the... Oh, that one's on the larger side too. Pre-deploying my little combat helpers. Yes, I know you're missing repair packs. Dear Lord, I got beat up on that one. Alright. I should be able to handle the rest of this now. And if I'm going to guess what happened with my research, either it's just that much research, or I've actually ran out of some of my surplus. Which, if I'm going to assume, I ran out of surplus. Alright. Yeah, having logistics bots to repair you is very, very nice. Very convenient, too. Honestly, lasers work real well. Alright, there we go. And that's the end of where I had my track laid. Okay. So this is where everything needs to go. I do want there to be a... This may sound dumb or insane or however you want to put it. I want there to be a rail storage, so that way I have a little bit of backstock. Or surplus would be a better term. Surplus oil when I'm at my base. Which means if I go... I want to say like that. Because the track is on the right hand side, or the signal's on the right hand side. Yes, they'll want to go that way. Okay. That doesn't look perfectly smooth, but that'll work. And I will be using the water as a natural choke point. There we go. Okay. So now let me move up here. And I'm just now realizing that that's not going to work because that's covering the oil field. So, how do I want to do this? Because I know the batters are peaceful, in massive air quotes, as long as you aren't actively attacking them or disturbing them in any way. Pollution, any of that. As long as you aren't doing that, they're peaceful for the most part. Which works. Honestly, if I just go like that. That would technically work. But that means this rail, that's my in rail. Right, that's right hand side. Yeah, this entire line is in. That means it would go here, then it would have to come out up here, which I can do. I would prefer... Honestly, that might be easier to do, of all things. So let me continue placing a couple of these. I'll say 6 of them. Well, no, I want there to be enough room for all of the trains, so there's 8 trains in total. Or there will be. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then 1 loading. Okay, this should be a relatively good setup. So then, instead of going that way, and of course I can't build in Fog of War, which makes sense. All right. Even more oil. Once this gets power, it's going to create all sorts of pollution. which will definitely trigger multiple attacks. Holding shift and then your deconstruct planner cancels any deconstructions you planned. I see. There we go. Yeah, I do want my landfill back. It's just a little bit useful. Well, hang on. One thing I could do. I don't know how well it would work, but I do want to see everything in order to test my theory. Is I could do a... There we go, map view. Blueprints, rails. I could do a roundabout, like right here. Or I can do one here. I need to... You may be wondering why exactly I want to do a roundabout here. Well, it's kind of simple, kind of not. It's partially because I already know that I'm going to need a supply or a... Yeah, supply station here. So if I have one train veer off to one side, then the other train veer off to the other, that should work. I won't say perfectly, but pretty well. The only thing is, I need to make sure I have enough room to first bring this up and across, which by the looks of it, I do. But then I also need enough room to go essentially like that. Which that I think is as close as I can get it. Then that'll just simply come down and around and then into my intersection. That looks alright. Then let me just move down here. I'm a little bit short. Oh well. But this will be for my oil loading. Or, yeah, oil loading. There. Let me go ahead and remove a little bit more track. That much should be fine. Then, my three-way. Or better yet, have it like this. Have my supply station up here. Go there. And this one. So I need to pull it back a little bit more. Maybe to there. Having my construction tank here would definitely help, but I'm not building too much now, so that should still be relatively fine. And that's going to cut it a little bit close to that biter's nest. But again, I'm being hopeful. Maybe if a little bit lazy. And if you're wondering why I don't just run one rail, it's rather simple. Throughput. That's my main reasoning. It's going to be a lot slower having this long track be bottlenecked on a single rail. So thus, having multiple rails. But the interesting thing will be signaling all of this. That's going to be fun. I think. Maybe. It's going to be interesting. That's how I'll put it. It'll be a very interesting experience. Because I definitely plan to bring my construction tank back up here, filling a little bit of this with landfill to get a little bit more out of the area. Now, question is this enough room for me to pull the track? Not really. So there's enough room by technicality. Hub, stress tester, supply outpost, personal logistics drop off. And that's the core to this, if you will. This is the one part to this logistics network. There we go. Here we are. I'm shocked I had enough landfill. Please tell me it's not coming up here. Please. Okay, it's still sleeping. Probably because none of this has power. That would explain it. But the plan for the wall is relatively simple. Cutting across here. So let me go ahead and start placing that. Defenses. QB, right click, U, create, select, hang on. There we go. That's one brick. That's what I want. Nope. Discard. Blueprint, defenses, this one. Select new contents. There. Yep. What? Oh, over there. Oh yeah, that's right. I still need to make a stop over there. Uh-oh. That's right. I was actually right. I want this to be a block away. Man. Then, well, I could skip that one. Then the way I would go about doing this corner is doing a flamethrower here. Then continuing on with the defensive wall. Which I can do, or I can cut all the way across here. Which I think I'm going to like that a lot better. Which, yeah, I know I'll need a little bit of landfill to help finish things off, but that should be fine. And I can reverse the direction of the whatchamacallit. Belt. Relatively easy with the build planner. So let me go ahead, just build this defensive wall real quick. Just see if these biters get upset. If they don't get upset, which it's looking like they're not, I'm going to be relatively in the clear. And yes, you better believe I am having turrets in between these. In between the tracks, I should specify. Oh, man. Dang. That's annoying. But I should be able to go back up. Can't go down the normal way. Nope, that's not going to work either. Get rid of that. Then just do that, and there we go. Then I should be able to do 2 of those. And just barely able to fit 2 long arms. Now that is what I like to see. So then, naturally, in between the tracks, I'm going to have 3 layers of wall, naturally. And then gates. Those should help keep the biters out. Then the next will be moving this around up to here. Then probably passing over this cliff up to here and probably ending over here somewhere. I'm not sure where yet exactly, but it's a process. I'm not done yet, as you can clearly tell. Man, they are getting aggressive over here. I'm surprised, honestly. Well, to be fair, they're also right on the board, on the edge. Are you out of gun turret? You are not out of gun turrets, so... Why? Oh, simple. A lack of bots. Again. Or still. Still is a much better way... better... term, I'll say. I'm surprised they are so calm right now. They're out of out of range of the flamethrowers, so I'm going to assume as long as I don't bug them, they'll leave me alone. At least while I'm building. Don't know how true that is, but I can hope. Okay, there we go. I can see what is going on now. Oh, that's right. I also need to reverse the direction of everything, which I am hoping... It's that simple. Okay, good. It's about as simple as I thought it would be. In other words, very. Oh, man. That's annoying. I've barely even touched my first fuel rod. My ammo, on the other hand, I've almost gone completely through. Which, all in all, if you ask me, makes complete sense. It ends about... It ends basically where the fog of war begins. That gives me enough, or that should give me enough wiggle room. And all in all, this is working very well, so I'm not going to complain. Considering I don't have to lift a finger. I am curious though, I have plenty of wool, so I'll at least be able to get that fully built. Roboports I do not have enough of, but that was to be expected. I only brought 10 in the tank. I was not expecting to be able to build my full logistics network with a handful of roboports. So let me... And there we go. All that pretty much fixed. For now, at least. Until I need to fix it later on down the line, but that shouldn't be too horribly bad. Alright, but in between episodes, I'll go ahead and finish up constructing the actual outpost. I'll also get the train running. Wait, this isn't even... That's not even the right blueprint. Oh, no. I placed the wrong blueprint. Now, while I look for the right personal logistics, so it's up here. Supply hub, supply outpost, supply point. That looks to be what I need. Right, that's what I have everywhere else. Yes. And that's for fuel, but I have fuel elsewhere. Alright, but unfortunately that's all the time I have for today's episode, so I hope you all enjoyed. Please don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, all that amazing stuff, and I'll see all of you in the next episode. Bye, guys.